Guys, welcome to another live video. My name is Shikha, and in this video I wanted to speak to you guys about something I've been thinking about a lot. And if you can hear that, it's birds in the background. They're just chirping away because it's morning time here. And so I've been noticing that I've been listening to a lot of old languages, Sanskrit, Latin, Hebrew, all these languages that have been around for thousands of years. And I've been listening to it, and I've been kind of emulating it with my throat. So I've been kind of listening it and talking about it and singing along to the music. So I've been listening to a lot of Hebrew music and a lot of old languages. You know, languages that have been around for generations, right? Thousands of years. I mean, Sanskrit's been around for at least 5,000 years. Hebrew, I believe, 3,000 years. And so I've been listening to these languages and listening to the music and speaking it. So, you know, listening to the Gayatri Mantra and saying Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, and really feeling the language and the vibrations in my throat. And I've been really feeling it activating my throat chakra. It's been really interesting because I've been reading up on this, and our new languages, so the new English, not the old English, but the new English, because the old English was very guttural and had a lot of that throat vibration in it. But the new English is very easy to speak and really easy on the ear, but it means that it's not really activating our throat chakra a lot. Same thing with all the new languages. What has happened with slang and with the reduction of language into 2 or 3 syllables and reduction of all the gutturalness of language is that it's become easier on the ear, and it's become easier to speak it, and it's also become very simple, so it's not as long, the words are not as long, the words aren't as complicated. Our language is becoming smaller and smaller. The vocabulary is getting smaller as well. And so I've been noticing that because of this, it doesn't really activate our throat chakra as well. And so the vibrations that our throat chakra needs in order to be activated, in order for it to speak our truth, in order for that light to emerge in our throat chakra so we can speak our truth, become more authentic, get more activated, it doesn't happen, because the language doesn't allow us to do it. And so I think that's the reason a lot of people are going into kirtan, a lot of devotional singing all of these Gayatri mantras, singing all of these different songs from olden times, because they want to activate their chakras, because they're feeling a lack of it with the new languages. And so you'll notice Hebrew is very guttural, like there's a lot of cha, and all that stuff. And that really, even just doing it right now, I can feel like my throat chakra has been activated just by that little sound of ha. You know, there's a lot of gutturalness in Hebrew, which is amazing for your throat chakra. And so I really wanted to speak to you guys about this because I think we need to go back to those vibrations. Because if we don't, we're not going to activate our throat chakra. And we're not going to be able to get that connection between our heart, because the throat chakra is basically the connection between our heart and our minds, our heart and our imagination. It's a connection between our bodies and our minds. And if our throat chakra isn't activated properly, and in most cases, in most people it is not, it means that there is a lack of connection between your body and your mind. There's a lack of connection between your heart, where your imagination resides, and also your third eye, where your imagination resides as well. So what happens is that either you create only from your body, or you create only from your mind, and either way it is incomplete. You're not doing it from your entire body, entire mind, entire spirit, your entire self. You're doing it halfway. And so that is something that we don't want either. So we want to activate our throat chakra. We want to make sure that this area, which in a lot of places is deficient, a lot of people have it deficient or excessive. We spend too much time talking about nonsense and not talking about the real stuff. We don't bring our authenticity into our conversations because we're too afraid, because our throat chakra is deficient. So what I recommend to you guys, which I've been doing a lot, is I've been listening to, again, a lot of Hebrew music, a lot of Gayatri mantras, a lot of Sanskrit music. It doesn't necessarily have to be olden style. A lot of people nowadays are doing amazing stuff with this music, where they've been kind of adding new rhythms to it and new sounds and making dubstep out of it and house and techno. So if you're into any kind of music, you can find someone who's creating amazing music on that. And to go back to the olden sounds, the olden languages, and bring that into your life, and not only just listen to it, which is also great, but speak it. So when I'm listening to Hebrew, I spend a lot of time emulating the person who's singing. I'm not doing a great job at all. I'm not emulating them perfectly, but I'll be doing the cha and the chwal and the kamal and all of that stuff. Just because I want to activate my throat chakra. And I really, the minute I do that, it feels so good in my throat. I can instantly feel it activated, and I can feel it just feels so good. I recommend it to you guys. Try it out. Let me know how it goes. It's something that I feel like the society nowadays is trying to bring us back down to our lower levels. And the lower level of vibration, our language right now is at a very low level. And so we're not able to go into that higher spiritual realm because we're listening to this kind of music, the pop music and all that stuff, which is a very low vibration. It's not at the vibration that we need in order to activate our throat chakra or our minds or our hearts. And so we need to go back to all of that old sound, the old tribal sound as well. The African tribal music, amazing for our stuff, amazing for activation of all of the chakras. Olden sounds are the ones that are going to bring us back into activation, because the new sounds are basically deadening us. They're just for pleasure. They're not anything that's going to help activate any of our chakras, especially our throat chakra. I hope this makes sense to you guys. It might be a very ethereal subject, something that I haven't spoken about before, but it's a really important subject to remember, because that's the reason people used to sing in circles in the past. They used to put a fire on in the middle of the village, and then they'd gather around and they'd sing, and they'd sing together. It didn't matter how great of a singer you were, but you were just getting into that rhythm, getting into the soul of music. You were getting into that vibration that your throat needs in order to be activated. And then you can speak your truth and nothing else matters. You don't feel ashamed to be who you are. And that is where I want to take you guys as well. So this is extremely important. It's an important step. I'll share a couple of songs that I love in order to activate my throat chakra that I sing along to in my apartment, obviously, with the doors closed so no one can hear. But it's the way I get into this so that I can do these live videos with you guys, right? So I can do these videos and I can completely open about it, and I can feel like my throat chakra can be completely authentic and not worry about my sound or how I look or what I'm saying and all that stuff. It comes from the heart. It comes from the heart because there is no blockage here. There's no blockage between my throat and my heart. My throat is completely open, as is my third eye because of the meditation I do, and my heart is open because of all the writing that I do. So all of this is activated and all of it's working. So I can do these live videos without blinking, without any hesitation, because I'm doing it from the heart. And I'm doing it from my entire self, not just one part of me. So this is a longer video than normal, but it's an important subject. I hope it makes sense to you guys. Message me if you guys have any questions at all. And I'll talk to you guys the next time around. Bye for now.